Bryan and Brian. 6. The distance between Puerto Vallarta's airport and the Bay of Vallarta was just over a mile, a reasonable walking distance if one were accompanied by a toddler or had wheeled luggage. But as the Gunnarsons were burdened with both, they decided that with their fatigue level, unfamiliarity with the area, and the necessity of keeping a watchful eye on Brian while also pulling luggage behind them, that incurring the extra expense of a taxi ride was a much wiser call than hoofing it. "I hungry, Mama," Brian declared as the taxi pulled from the airport service road and turned right onto Francisco Medina Asensio Avenue. "We'll be at the hotel soon," Joseph said, tousling his son's hair. "I'm sure they'll either have breakfast there or close by. I'm hoping that we can check in, take our luggage to our room, shower, eat, and then sleep before hitting the beach. Hey, Brian, today you get to play in the ocean. You've never even seen the Pacific before." "I play? I go ocean? Yay!" Brian replied, bouncing in his seat. "After we nap," Elizabeth interjected. "Check in, potty, luggage, shower, eat, nap, then go to the beach." "Did you smell the salt water? Heavenly." "I already go potty," Brian declared. "And you'll go again before we shower, yeah?" Joseph said, bringing his fingers to within millimeters of his son's belly and pretending to tickle him. Brian giggled in response, grabbed his father's fingers and said, "Okay, but I know nap." "Oh, you'll know nap, all right," Beth said as the cab pulled to a stop in front of the hotel and the driver popped open the trunk and removed the luggage. "Come on, Brian," she added, walking to the car's rear, moving the smaller piece of luggage to the sidewalk and offering her son her hand. "Tell the man thank you, and we can walk down the street and see if we can see the ocean from here while Daddy checks in, okay?" "Okay," Brian responded, holding hands. "Thank you, man," he said as he followed his mother's gaze southward on Calle Albatross. "You are very welcome, amigo. Enjoy your stay," the driver responded. Joseph slipped the driver a tip as he paid, grabbed first the larger piece of luggage from the ground where the taxi driver had placed it, and then Elizabeth's smaller suitcase from the sidewalk, repeated his son's "thank you," looked around, and then said to his wife, "Don't go too far, okay? I'll check in. Plenty of time for sightseeing after the sun comes up." "And after our nap," Beth said. "No, I know nap," Brian interjected. "Yes," Beth shot back. "You will know nap. I prepaid for a room starting last night, so you shouldn't have any problem with check-in, sweetie. Come on, chum," she added. "We can argue after we've had breakfast. Let's look around a bit," she said, kissing, then smiling at her husband before she and Brian headed south to Avenue Paseo de la Marina. "See you in a minute," Joe replied with a wink as he turned toward the hotel. "Oh, and maybe we shouldn't call Brian chum while we're at the beach. I'd hate to give the sharks any ideas." Beth turned her head over her shoulder and stared at her husband from beneath her eyebrows. "Go check in, please." "Chum indeed," she added, shaking her head.